I think I understood right when I first started playing Counter-Strike that this was a special game. It was competitive, it was team coordinated, it involved so much personality from each person in order to win. My name is Christine Potterchi, and I'm a professional gamer. I currently play for CLG Red, Counter Logic Gaming, and I play Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I've been playing since 2000... Hold on, let me get this year right. I never remember. Okay. Let's just say 2002. Before, I was just called a professional gamer because I was a female and I won some tournaments. Now I feel like this is my life. By 11 a.m. we have to be up and ready for breakfast, and then we go to the gym by noon. We have private time from 1 to 3, and we start practice at 3. We end at 7. We go to dinner at the league house, where we have a chef that makes us healthy food. For the last 2 tournaments, we started our boot camp about 2 weeks before the tournament. It's where we live, eat, and breathe Counter-Strike for 2 weeks, and that's all we do. Personal lives are put on pause, and we're literally boot camping Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike, Counter-Strike. So that's what we do 2 weeks before an event.
CLG coming in as the favorites, proceeding to have them, I'm going to say, truly tested up against Team Karma. Then they managed to stabilize over, grueling comeback.
What a shot from Potter. Put the guy down. Now a headshot from Potter. She reloads on time. Lines up the first. Second one's blinded. What a play. She gets the flash, gets the kill, and now it's a 1 versus 1.
I think the responsibilities of a team captain is creating a camaraderie. That's the hardest part, is getting all these different personalities, all these different ages, different cultures, different everything, and making them all work for one goal. And it's actually really challenging. Patience, fortitude, and compassion. And respect. And gameplay, I really think, comes second to all of those. I think those traits really need to be forward to make you a great leader, someone that your peers can look up to. That kind of respect is more earned than just given. Have I earned it? Absolutely. I mean, I've put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into not just this game, but my team. My favorite part of competitive gaming is, I don't know that it's winning. It's being good. It's being good at something, for me. Any time that I'm good or I have an awesome round, it's that oh, dude, I'm a badass. I hope that I can look back on my career and know that I earned the respect as a professional gamer, and not just a world champion in women's tournaments, but as a gamer.
It's time for the Aniki Invitational. It's going to be CLG Red battling versus Team Secret in a best-of-1 show match. These 2 teams of 5 are competing to not only for pride, and there's a whole lot of that on the line, but there's also $10,000 to the charity of their choice, and it is just going to be a whole lot of fun. The map, the battleground, is Inferno, and to just hang out, talk about what Aniki's up to, and to just generally have some fun, I've got myself, of course, my regular suspects, YNK and Dazed. Gentlemen, we're going to be just talking through exactly what we have to look forward to with this one. They're just setting up over on the stage, plugging in their Acer monitors and other things. You see that? I'm not very good at it. OJ's really good. He's really good at that. And of course, we're hanging here at the Xfinity analyst desk, just getting them all in at once. Dazed, we'll start with you, dude. I was asking you, which team do you feel more comfortable talking about? And you said you're well aware of what CLG Red have been up to.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I play against them in 10-mans or things like that, just when you're playing around for fun. So I know a little bit about CLG Red.
I mean, they are the most accomplished North American CS team, or female CS team. Yanko, Team Secret, you've been watching these girls pick up far too many trophies. You were alongside me, in fact, in Katowice when we saw them do that. They do the very same. Yeah, they're actually undefeated this year, as far as I know. They've been 5 or 6 LAN tournaments that they've won. So the latest one was ESWC, and ESWC is known to be the major female tournament throughout the years, one of the few that's been happening every year. So yeah, that was a big accomplishment for them. Yeah, and cool as well just to have that video highlighting what Potter and the CLG Red schedule looks like. Of course, very grueling from them. Now, this is the Any show match, and there's a reason for that. The Any Invitational is brought to you by a charity. You may have seen them at the end of that video. And if you're interested in learning more, anykey.org is where you need to head. If you're actually hanging out here in the arena and want to find out, there is a booth. You can go ahead and find that, and you can go ahead and talk to the representatives firsthand. Now, discussion. It has to start with the map, right? It's a best of one on Inferno, and I do think that we can have a lot of fun here just picking your brains about the map. Daze, you're giggling because you just love this map so much, right?
I'm giggling the way you said Inferno. But anyways, yeah, it is a new Inferno. Definitely some changes. It's a lot harder to hold the B site passive now, because one smoke doesn't generally cover like the whole thing. Like if you throw that smoke, it literally has to be pixel perfect.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to throw. But the other thing is that it's actually easier now to take CT banana control. You don't really need to throw things from spawn.
No.
You beat them there, your nades beat them there. So you could usually take control of that area. Having said that, there is other changes, like in the apartments, it's more difficult to play CT halls aggressively because you could spam the whole way from the terror side bridge, and various other changes.
Yeah, have you been enjoying running around on it, Yanko, much? Yeah, you have much time to play?
I have no time to play, Alex.
No.
I
mean, you must have
tournaments all the time.
Have you had to run around at all?
I literally ran through the map for like 15 minutes, and that's all I did. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome. So, I mean, when it comes to Inferno knowledge, I'm going to stick to Daze then. You have had a bit of time to play CS. You know, word on the street is you play it and people watch you.
Yeah, from time to time.
That's a thing, right?
No, we do play Inferno in Rank S, and I actually like it. I don't
You
think
enjoying it?
Yeah, I do like it. Visually,
Rank
it's
S,
really nice. Not in Rank S. Nothing's enjoyable about Rank S, no. But it's a good map. I think it's going to be one that will be a mainstay, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not sure how it's going to play out, though, like whether it's very, more T-sided than the original versions, because I just haven't played it enough. And I don't think we're going to see how T or CT-sided it is, as well as like with, Nuke until a month when they start announcing that it's going to be in the map pools, teams actually start playing it and they feel more comfortable playing it.
I think what I'm most excited about is seeing if we're going to see a direct correlation between teams that used to be good at old Inferno. It directly translates into being good at new Inferno. I mean, and that's, of course, presuming it's going to be added to the map pool. I mean, I think we all are expecting that. I'm receiving word that the teams are ready, which means they're going to, of course, go hang out with OJ on stage. When we come back, we'll continue this discussion and actually break down what the charities are that they're battling for. But first, let's go ahead and get the teams up on stage.
Let's do just that. Thank you very much, Alex. So this is the Any Invitational. This will be the final part of what has been a fabulous first day here in Oakland at the Coliseum. Woo! So let's bring the teams onto the stage. I want you all to go mad because it's going to be a great matchup on Inferno. So please welcome CLG Red and Team Secret. Here we go, the face-off. The face-off. Let's start on this side. Inferno is the map you're playing. We heard them talking about it on the analyst desk. How much time have you had with this new Inferno?
Maybe like a week, but it's so hard to find practice on it. We matchmake, but that was like, eh. So yeah, it was going to be a good challenge to see how they practice on it.
And they were calling you the best female CS team in North America. Is that right?
I mean, it's questionable. We lost to another team like a month ago, and they were pretty good. So I don't know.
Come on, yes or no?
We're right, we're right.
Okay, you're saying just about. And how do you approach a best of one? How do you do that? How does it change how you would normally play?
Well, I mean, you just got to get into the match right away. Like, there's no time to kind of mess it up. You just got to win the pistol, make sure we win the first gun round.
There you go, lay it all on the line very, very quickly. And the same question to you. How much time have you had with Inferno?
2 weeks, barely.
2 weeks, barely. So how do you take on a map that you don't really know inside and out?
Well, we spent a lot of time on the server. We played some matchmaking, had some friends mix it against us. That's all we did.
Easy as that. And how do you take on a team like them?
Well, we'll see. We prepared some stuff, so I think they're going to be as surprised as everyone else.
Do you know what? I think we should have a face-off. Come on, face-to-face. Let's have the face-off. Here we go. Oh, I wanted a face-off. So then, let's get this match going. It's going to be Team Secret taking on CLG Red. And let us hand back over to your analyst team of the Machine and his friends.
Thanks very much, OJ. Yeah, it does look like both CLG and Secret are on a mission, as is AnyKey. It's there to help create a fair and inclusive space in esports for marginalized members of the gaming community. There you go. Now, the charities themselves, there's $10,000 on the line, and I actually have them in front of me. They have 3 to choose from, and the team basically chooses ahead of time who they would like to donate to. Now, we have Able Gamers. This is an interesting one. This is actually a public charity trying to improve access to games and the entertainment that we take for granted to people with disabilities. Then you have Extra Life, which is the, I mean, you likely have heard of that one. I think you'll encounter it. It does the 24-hour stream. It's basically there in place. It's been since 2008 and has raised $22 million for hospitals. That's pretty badass. And the final one is Online SOS, which is, focuses on online harassment and cyberbullying. So there's 3 different choices, 3 different avenues for these guys to try and go ahead and spread that $10,000, and that's all in the name of charity, which you, Mr. Hare,
as you can tell,
know all about. It's pretty awesome.
Alex.
It's crazy how much esports has been doing in like the charity department. I swear, like every other week, I see someone doing a 24-hour stream raising like thousands of pounds for various gaming charities of their choice. What else have I seen recently?
Have Gamers Outreach as well.
Gamers Outreach.
Yeah.
Games Done. Is Games Done Quick for charity? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that is as well. Like, there's so much that this community does.
That thing is awesome. The Games Done Quick thing.
It's nuts, right?
It produces some great videos.
I mean, have you seen like the speed runs where like some guy does like a game that's supposed to take?
That's what it is.
Hours? Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I know, I'm aware of that. Half-Life 2 was my favorite one.
The name says it. Games Done Quick.
Oh, you know what? It actually makes sense now. It's not speed runs. Games Done Quick. Oh my god. We're learning a lot here on this analyst desk, and the one point we have to raise is that it is Inferno. Best of 1, and already, Days, you've suggested that there is not too many changes from the original. I mean,
the map is the same, but the main difference is before when we played Inferno, you constantly just use smoke timings and Molotov timings, and it was very difficult as a terrorist to actually hit a site without, being inside a smoke grenade and going through a smoke grenade. Now we're probably not going to see that because just the B as itself, like, even if you throw a smoke there, it's not going to be like a perfect smoke, most likely. So it makes it a lot different. And also, obviously, with a 15, or 10 seconds longer round time.
It does just feel like, in general, this was like the map release that had the least pushback. Everyone got what they wanted with this one. People asked for a wider banana, they got it. A wider banana. Ooh. But Yanko, I mean, in general, this is like, I can't, stabilize.
No, it's all right, Alex.
They got what they asked for, didn't they?
Yeah, because the map is aesthetically nice, right? There's not a lot of clutter on the map, and they made minor changes that were actually good changes. Like on the A bomb site, there's not as many angles now for the CT, so I feel like it is going to be easier for the Ts to take that A bomb site. I think it's more viable to actually smoke off pit, the right side, and just like focus on the site more as well. And in the banana, the fact that you can't throw the smokes from the CT, that means you can't just keep re-smoking B forever, right? That's something that Envious was notorious for, and they would leave MBK alone on that bomb site and have 4 players on A. So now, I think the map is actually going to be a bit more, I mean, it's going to be a bit easier for the Ts than it was before.
I mean, that seems like that was a necessity at one point. Everyone was demanding that, Days, right? Like, you needed to stop B site being locked down by the use of a $300 grenade. I mean, it got to the point of insanity.
It really was like it was pretty ridiculous. You would just throw one person with OCD spawn smoke, then you could even throw one from arches, like that arch guy could, because he could throw it.
They've closed that off as well, haven't they?
Yeah. So if you fix the skyboxes there, that helps a lot. So now that that's not an option, we may see people push banana more, but it is much more difficult to hold banana. I think the A site is pretty similar in how it's going to be held. I don't think it's anything too crazy, difference. I still think the CT side is going to be, when you're pit site, you're still going to be able to really lock down the site well. But that B site is really tough to hold, especially because on the first oranges, when you go into the site and to the left, you could jump over it now. To peek underneath you if someone's there, or triple, or jump to second oranges, or make all sorts of plays.
I mean, it does make retaking a lot easier as well. I mean, by having that access from banana, new box is no longer a bit of an easier hold, surely. Would you not say that puts extra pressure on?
It does help it, but the problem with when you retake is that if they have construction control or anything, and there's a lot of crossfires, and anytime you're running up from CT spawn, if there's a smoke at the main, a well-timed smoke will stop your retake. It will help slightly on retakes, but the retakes usually don't come to that point. Usually the retake, if you're doing a retake, it generally gets shut down earlier than that.
Fair enough. If you look towards the A site as well, Yanko, the strife that was pushing out of balcony, from apt balcony, they have made some changes there. I don't know how much I know you said you ran around for 15 minutes. Do you know what I'm trying to hint at? The changes they've made, as in there's like the way to get into pit, the eye line's different. They've got, what's they changed? Graveyard, you've got a lot much easier sight lines towards graveyard.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. There are fewer angles that you need to watch out for when you're entering the bomb site ST. I felt like before it was you would smoke off pit and you would push towards the side, but the player could be graveyard. He could hold so many different angles from around the site, and it was so hard for the T's coming in. You know, it was at least one free kill for the CT player. There was too many angles to cover, and you had to guess. So I think now it's going to be more viable. It's going to come down to, you know, the cities will still be able to, as Sam pointed out, lock it down, but you can't just, you know, stand anywhere. Yeah. You have to actually have a proper setup that will complement each other.
Now, who is going to do battle, I hear you cry? We haven't actually dressed the rosters. We'll do so now. For CLG Red, we have Miss Harvey. You saw her on stage in the interview. Potter, of course, letting you guys know in that video. Benita, D, or Diane, and Claudia, the newest addition to CLG Red. And on your screens now is Team Secret, Giuliano, Mimi, Vilga, Antica, and Zaz. Actually, that roster has undergone a whole lot more change than CLG Red's. The last time we saw Secret, they looked rather different, Yanko.
They changed one player.
Just one?
Just one. Yeah. They had Nikki instead of Antica.
Excuse me, I must have.
You were rusty on your female CS, Alex. You need to brush up on that.
No, I will. I mean, there's just so much CS going on at the moment. It can be hard to keep track of everything. Player to watch, then, Dazed, if I was to probe you. One of my favorite things to do.
To probe me?
Yeah.
For CLG Red, probably, I mean, in my opinion, D. Just because I played against her in a 10-man once and she one-digged me like 6 times in a row. Okay. And I was like, I was actually kind of pissed. I'm like, why is she better than me?
I don't know, like Sam, you usually don't get very, you know,
I'm very emotionally
on
stable.
Your stream, right? Yeah, you don't get mad or anything. You're a pretty calm guy.
Yeah, you know, me, Simple, Nico, you know, very calm, collected individuals.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't shout super loud at 3 a.m. and have an angry neighbor knock on your door, do you? That's not a thing.
Or the police.
That has never happened.
That's never happened. Good.
No,
I'm glad
that's not a nightly occurrence.
No, definitely not. All right, it does sound like the players are almost ready, and as are your casters, but it is going to be an Inferno best of 1. Before we do jump in, just a quick, I want to once again reiterate what's going on here for the NEK Invitational. One of their primary goals is to create tools and knowledge to help create more diverse communities and supportive networks. So, as we prepare ourselves for this one, it's going to be really important. You can check that out, of course, at www.nek.org. Or if you're here, just go check it out at the booth. As we prepare for the show match, $10,000 on the line and 3 charities to potentially receive it. Your casters are ready, so let's head over and see what Lauren and gang are saying.
Lauren and gang.
Not bad.
It's new.
Yeah, no.
I'll give him that.
There we are. What's going on, everybody?
Hey. Yeah, no, we had some great fill there from the guys on the desk. Absolutely loved that.
Yeah, Alex does need to brush up on his female CS scene.
Yeah, he's not up to date on that. ESWC wasn't that long ago, of course, and not all that surprising to anyone. Team Secret absolutely trashed everyone. I think they dropped 1 map throughout all of it in a couple of best of 3, so they were pretty solid. But CLG Red pretty much dropped out of that super hard.
Yeah, well, and not even that tournament. It's when you look at the history of some of the girls on CLG Red, even going back to 1.6, they were always the champions. They won everything, essentially, for years. So this has got to be a new experience for them, having to fight back to get to the top. That's kind of the interesting story, I think, about CLG Red, is the first time we've really seen them just beaten up repeatedly. Saw some signs of it coming, and they just haven't been able to stop it, and now they got to get back to the top.
Yeah, and if you look at the previous ESWCs, I go to them because they're always the milestone, I guess, in female tournaments. There are several others, but these are the ones that really stand out. And at ESWC 2014, for example, Bad Monkey Gaming, which is now Team Secret, picks up the win, and that was on Inferno. Then 2015, CLG Red picks it up, and it was on Inferno. So these two used to actually play Inferno a hell of a lot, but it was the old version.
I think this was the map, the CLG, was it 2013, I want to say? They had that like epic comeback. Like they were down like 2-13 after the first half, and they brought it all the way back and won in like double overtime or something crazy, triple overtime. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is one of the iconic maps of Counter-Strike. So everyone who plays Counter-Strike is going to know Inferno. It looks a little bit different. There's some changes, obviously, this time around. Changes which I have not actually myself been able to play on and experience quite yet.
Yeah, I think at the time when it first came out, I think it was the 13th of October. It got to the not the live patch, just prior to that. I think they're just sorting out a couple of things while we are talking about this. We can just kind of go into depth about Inferno. And it came out, and I think just everyone just went, oh my God, Valve haven't messed us around for once. Like, it was the first time we've seen a map come back and just been like, this is actually pretty playable, just straight away, straight back into it. Actually, I don't think there's any changes that, you know, really upset anyone. Like even just, you know, when they changed up the little underpass tunnel, let's say throughout middle, where you can now run through half it and then have to crouch the rest. It's just a really nice way to add actual rotation ability throughout this. So we are only talking nonsense because so far the players are not completely in the server. So we will jump back in once they do. We'll let you guys know. But, you know, I'm genuinely very excited just to see Inferno, if I'm honest. I think we've all missed Inferno as a whole anyway. But the new Inferno is great. I think it's going to play out very, very well myself. I think it's going to be far more T-sided than people have given credit to. I think the B side is almost completely and utterly up to the T side of things. It is super hard to work around. But we'll see. Again, you know, we saw specialists back then, you know, like Crims and such, being able to dominate that B side in new ways. So I can't wait to see what the other teams come up with at this point. But as I said, if I'm not mistaken, these teams do need to sort a couple of pieces out. So we might have to go to a very short break in a second. So guys, do stay tuned, just so I know. It is purely, I think, just a couple of players getting back into the server, and while production lets me know if that's the case, we can hopefully head to a very short break, and when we're back, we'll be jumping right into the game.
Do you want to feel like a pro gamer? Wait no more. Greatness awaits you with Intel Extreme Masters certified PCs and notebooks. When you see unique IEM certified stickers on the outside, you will find high-grade components with Intel Core i5 and Core i7 processors inside. Every purchase includes in-game content and supports the total prize purse of Intel Extreme Masters World Championship. Feel like a pro.
Come on, one more?
One more.
One more.
Okay. Start the show! Yes! Totino's pizza rolls, also Totino's stuffed nachos.
All gaming PCs on sale at Best Buy.
To expect that split towards A, so finding those three players coming through drop. There's 2 to go, and Guardian is not letting them live up to that name.
He has had lots of time. What was that? Surely it was on that one. Certainly was. Snacks goes down. And the Spanish superstar is going to try.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to IEM Oakland! Two headshots in a row, and Phoenix about to bring it back now. All on Nico, trying to see if they can get the defuse, and Nico, oh no, Phoenix!
Has to keep Virtus Pro alive. Taco once closer. AW.
He's looking for a look. He's gonna get a hit by headshot again. Oh my god!
All right, we are back. Apologies again for the slight delay, but we are now moments away from getting underway on the brand new Inferno. Finally get to get a good look at a map that we have all been dying to see. Now, it is between CLG Red and Team Secret, two teams who've certainly had to go head-to-head a hell of a lot of times.
Yep. I mean, I think it's just cool. Inferno as a map, obviously everyone's been missing it for so long. It has so many iconic games out of it. The last time we actually saw it in competitive play of any kind was the ESL Pro League Finals, Season 3, and that was an overtime thriller. It was Game 5 in a BO5 between SK and G2.
God, that is, you're right. That is
Had
a long
nice,
time ago.
Nice Shocks 1v4 clutch as well.
Oh, man.
So many moments on this map.
It's just one of those maps that I think is one of the perfect examples of some of the brilliance in CS, and it always seems to provide such a nice thing on this. You know, it got Fnatic's dominant reign started with some of this sort of, you know, bolstering the numbers here. So,
I mean, the cool thing is that Giuliano said they have some tricks on it, and they think people are going to be like, what if Team Secret defines the professional meta?
Well, to be fair, all right, between these two, they used to have very specific plays, right? All right, we're excited to see new Inferno. I like that. Nice.
Excited for a knife round as well.
Yeah, who isn't thrilled by a knife round? But no, I'd like to point out that these two used to have some quite quirky plays. You know, that line of smokes that used to go in front of B, not the kind of typical smokes. And there you go, Team Secret gonna pick up the knife and get choice of side. And I'm wondering if they stick with CT. I can imagine they probably will. I'd like to see a team go T just to do it, do something a little spicy. But we'll see what they go for. Again, yeah, they're gonna be staying on CT, so not too surprising. But yeah,
I think as this map like enters competitive play, it'll probably it's much like we see with Nuke. Like the first couple times we saw it, teams basically just stuck with what they knew from the previous version. And in that sense, I think it would still be a CT-sided map. So until teams start like testing the different things, finding some new tricks out, it'll probably remain as CT-sided for a little bit. But that doesn't mean that's where it's going to end up.
All right, we're going to find out pretty soon how this one plays out. As highlighted, Team Secret will be on the CT side, CLG Red will be on the T side. And we're 10 seconds away from finally getting to see Inferno in real gameplay. I've missed this map and then some. So I'm hoping we get to see this coming back into the bigger map pools pretty darn soon. So there we go. We are underway now. And looking at what we have already, CLG Red, back when they used to play this back in ESWC and such, they used to run something with the mollies coming out actually on their T side as a pistol strategy. So we'll see if that comes through again. But for now, it looks like a little bit of kind of play towards apps coming through, but keep your eye on the bomb because that's not where it is. But already there's a bit of a crossfire set up here, and Zaz and Mimi just going to be absolutely destroying them. But again, it's going to force the rotate, the push down Banana, and the two players waiting down by the T stairs should be able to find Giuliana here. And this is all for a plant towards B.
Oh, Miss Harvey misses a pretty simple kill, but she falls. Either way, it's a 2-on-3. That would have been a big one to find. A couple different crossfires set up by Secret in those A halls, using the edge of a smoke really creatively, and then over here towards the B bomb site. And look at Vilga just waiting, seeing if anyone's going to test. Claudia still has full nades. The tough part for CLG Red is where do they decide to go? They only have Potter with the USP, so that's the gun that you want to have at some kind of range. They don't know this, but no matter where they go, it's basically going to be a 2-on-1. One on the A site, one's towards CT spawn, and Vilga's just now pushing, but she's getting all the intel.
Yeah, that's actually a really smart play. Quite risky, but it's given away that there's a lot coming possibly towards that A site now. You've already got Antigua sitting in on the side very, very passively, waiting for contact to come from Mimi, and Claudia just takes her head off. There we go, 2v2, but will they expect the player on the side? They've still got time to play with, and they had a second to consider maybe going towards B, but no, they've chosen where they're going to go to, and now Antigua gets into a bit of play, but Potter takes her head off, and there we go. It's a 2v1 now. Vilga, the player who began so smartly working down Banana, now has everything to do, everything to deal with, but that's an execution. Now a 1v1. Potter has to play this cool, calm and collected, and land the shot, and she does. There it is. CLG Red get the first one under their belt after what looked like Team Secret were going to tear them apart with that apps play.
Yeah, and a really nice 2-on-3. I mean, slowly they were making sure they cleared everything and walking towards CT spawn. A bit fortunate on the timing. I believe that was, who was that CT spawn?
I hate them so much for this.
What's happened? Oh, the P90s?
See, we had this discussion, right? And okay,
You seem very upset.
I'm so triggered. It's unbelievable right now. I'm about to go to my Tumblr blog and really lay it down. But no, the P90 play. Thank you, CLG Red, for this. I was hoping you were trolling me, but no, they have gone for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just going to be a running gun style, which is interesting that they're set up right now in like a very slow-paced default. Obviously thinking maybe there's going to be an early round push, but when the hit comes in, this has got to be very aggressive and very fast-paced. No one from CLG should really be slowing down. This should just be swarm the bomb site, get the kills with these P90s, never stop shooting.
All right, so little smoke setup there. Probably going to go out towards quad. They can do a nice little quick wrap towards CT arch. Try and just keep those SMGs in a really good place, and that's pretty much what they're doing. This is somewhat similar to how they used to play it still. Again, just kind of keeping themselves as a collective, not trying to lose out on players, not to be picked off, and there we go. Nice little pick up there, Mimi falls, and they can just continue doing this. Just wrap around towards the site, keep all the threats at a minimum. And really, for Team Secret, it's quite hard to find back a way into this. Diane hit the shot already. Vilga's going to be buying a bit of time and get a bit of a play towards Library.
They're not even taking the site, though. This is really interesting. There's going to be a chance now for Secret to outmaneuver them a little bit because they know they have all the intel. CLG doesn't know where Secret is, but Secret knows they're all over towards the A site. There's a good kill from Vilga. Harvey's going to respond onto Giuliano, and now the smokes, the nades are going to go down to the choke points. The bomb should get planted, but Zaz is the one. They're watching for it, and there's Diane. The presence to keep her eye on the flank. Nicely done in it. Oh, another one through the smoke. It should be all over. This is the P90 that'll trigger you.
I hate it so much. I thought I escaped Call of Duty, and it's just, you know, flashbacks to Nam right now. This is disgusting. But they get the round, 4 alive. A lot of SMG kills means money comes in. And for Secret, as I said, it looked a little dangerous, but one thing we actually saw there as well is Zaz peering out of apps. It was something that was actually such a nice addition in the new version, is how clean it is. You don't just get 4 million angles that can face you. Okay, Graveyard in the end, she got taken down by stairs, but she had a fair chance considering she only had the pistol to actually do something. So nice little switch up there. I hope we get to see maybe a little bit more of that from the T side, actually working through towards that sort of area. Start to maybe exploit that kind of open side. And this is what happens when you get the T side building.
Nice,
this is what you can kind of do so easily towards Banana, is take control if you have those mollies, force the CTs instantly to have to just respect this. You can't really withstand it anymore.
Well, there's only one player at B now, so you can see the rotation's going to come in from Antica. And actually, Zaz is going to get some info in alternate mid as well, though the Benita, I believe, just spots her out. So yeah, that's a losing fight you're going to take at that range, even against just an SMG. So good damage done on the Mimi as well, and it's looking like this is just going to be a B hit. So, I mean, this is the most potential for Team Secret to try and find a way back into it, but it shouldn't be too much.
They've got the mollies down, they've got pretty much everything sorted. They have been putting in time. This wasn't just you
think Miss Harvey slow played it in the interview? She was like, oh yeah, we really haven't gotten too much time.
Well, let's be honest. Team Secret, whenever they do interviews, they are cocky, and I like that. You know what I mean? They're the people who like go up there. Yeah, we didn't practice, we didn't need to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's a really. It's something about them that's actually quite a mental game for CLG Red as well. They struggle sometimes to get over the idea of Team Secret beating us so often now. It's just how they play. It gets in our heads. This is good for CLG Red to come in and be able to be like, all right, no, we're ready. And are they going to do this? It kind of works, though, like sticking on the SMG for the bonus round.
Well, and also, I mean, with the way it works, with the mobility and everything, you can just set up a very fast-paced hit out the A-halls. If you get that opening kill, then you just swarm everything. So the trouble is if they get slowed down, because they're going up against an AWP, they're going up against all M4s.
And they're going to do the boost here. Team Secret, there's a really nice boost that you can do, and it's... What? What? Whoa. I have not seen this.
This is taking way too long, though.
This is what they're talking about,
but
surely.
This round's taking way too long. They're already at the A-bomb site. There's one player here, and it's Zaz.
They messed it up. Like, maybe you can peek above it, and I'm not sure. But Zaz, anyway, has to deal with the flood of players. But already, as you highlighted, they're up there, up close and personal. If you're not going to put it off quickly, you're not going to get it done. And those P90s still give just so much stopping power. You can't push through it. Mimi now in so much trouble. Molly's up, flashes up. That site's under wraps. I don't know how you're going to play retake on this one.
This should just be a save call, you'd think. There's so many crossfires set up here. Potter's going to take contact. Claudia's going to peek afterwards, but it's not needed. And they're going to push forward and try and retake this, but they're going to lose all these weapons. So many players alive. And there's Benita and Claudia chime in. So the round is over for Team Secret. They dedicated 4 players to that boost over towards B. And CLG's just circumvents it. Even a nice no-scope isn't going to do anything. And this is upgraded into rifles for free.
That's so good. Did they get the AWP? No. Okay, Potter didn't even get an AWP sticks on the P90 anyway, but how much of a mental game does this now become for Secret going, they can't just stick on P90s? Like they did say they warmed up in matchmaking to this map, so hopefully they're ready for the P90 straps.
Yeah, they should have experience against it, right? I mean, the big thing is that could be clever. One, it just took too long to execute, and then 2, I mean, there's so many bodies over there. You have nothing at A. Zaz, if you're going to do that 4-man, Zaz has to at least get a little bit more aggressive to peek for information.
Cool, that nade stack.
Yeah, this nade stack is brutal. I'm surprised CLG even sticking around here. That had to have been at least 3 nades. There's Diane with the kill up towards A, and she's going to go for more. I don't think Vilga's ready either, so fall back to A. You've got it.
Yeah, I was getting a little nervous seeing Potter and Miss Harvey work up Banana. There's just no need. They can set up a crossfire back here. They can do what they want. Potter, a little unnecessary to go for this, maybe just wanting kills, but also getting them, to be fair, with Miss Harvey. Miss Harvey's the one doing the damage, so it's worked out, but it gets dangerous. And they were hunting them down. There it is, close down. Not even a plant on the board. They are hunting this. Look at that. They want this one. This is a mental game for these girls. I'm not even kidding. These two meet up so often, and so often now it's been Team Secret completely dumpstering everyone.
Yeah, I mean, they've really taken hold of the female scene by storm. I mean, there's no one even really close, it seems like, in some of these tournaments. So at least an interesting pride match we have going on here.
And they're almost up to full money on the T side here as well. This is an incredibly good start. Potter has become land beast with the P90. To be fair, back classically on this map when she was AWPing, it was actually a very good map for her too. And we're going to see, this is what I was actually expecting to see these days, is a 3-2 play, but on the other way around. A lot more presence towards B for the CT side because it is so T-heavy, and this is the aggression I want to see. Miss Harvey, you got to land it, and she does. Giuliana goes, but there's the trade out. Deep smoke comes in, allows Team Secret now to lock down some of this map. Another to follow. Potter's got to respect this. She has to back away. And there we go. Reset the fight. It's still a 4v4. You still have apps control. CLG Red has a lot of play, but will they expect this AWP here?
This is a mistake. There's a gap in that smoke, but Antika misses it. So they get away with one. There's 3 players here, though.
This angle.
That's a nice little angle to have. You're right, and Diane trades it off. That's huge. There's the op chiming in, but she's got to do more. It's a 2-on-2. And actually, she's just going to choose to stay alive. Not a bad call waiting for the teammate.
Yeah, teammate's going through Speedway right now, so going to be up towards CT Arch pretty soon. So you just have to hold on a couple more seconds here, and she's just locking down an angle, denying anyone to get towards pitch. She knows one's now up in towards apps, and the other's probably on site. So they roughly know where CLG Red actually are. And now it's going to be Benita on the long con here, though. That's going to be quite interesting if it comes out. There's a player just off towards her right, so timing is now everything. This could be brilliant, but Claudia goes down, but now it's all down to Benny. She's got to play that mental game. One tap, not a real defuse, but it doesn't matter. Nice work from Antika in the end. Having the patience to wait as well for the support from Vilga to come in. And even with that long flank coming out, it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, big as well, because that op with the angle she was taking in the passive play keeps the one CLG Red player inside the bomb site. So she can't go anywhere, can't get into pit, which is a much stronger position, exposed from so many different angles. And the play from Benita was smart as well, just couldn't get there in time.
And look at the money, though. It's still bad for Secret, even though they've finally broken back in, of course.
A lot of rebuys and drops out there.
And I want to see if now, of course, that was maybe a little bit of a quirkier play, let's say, from Secret. I want to see if they go for that stack again. I want to see if they do the 3-2 play. They're going to go for the stack. Let's have a quick look towards it, see if they're going to try and boost up. It's the 3-man stack, I think. But I don't know where it gets you.
It takes 4 people. I'm assuming you can spot into the end.
Okay, let's see Antika. Oh, this is sick. Antika is on top. Oh, that's dirty.
But again, a lot of manpower. Now, the reason why they can execute it this round is because they know the P90s are gone, so there's not going to be any kind of fast rush, or that's at least the gamble they take, right? The big thing is, this also gains a lot of information, but since you have 3 people here for this stack, like, you can't really do anything with that information.
I think someone's creeping up Banana. Miss Harvey used to do this a lot. Oh no, we're going to see if this works out. So there's a couple of players coming towards Banana. Miss Harvey, Potter, Claudia could all be in trouble, and you do not expect that. Antika, what a beast of an angle they found. And now they can fall back to default, and you've got to be sat there as Potter going, what the
heck? What the heck?
Yeah.
Doing her best Olafmeister impression, I believe it is.
I can't wait for another sign to be added saying, you know, do not climb on the railings.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing now is that's like the mental warfare, right? Where next time CLG Red goes to Banana, they have no idea where that shot comes from. Big kill from Giuliana over towards the A site, and still Antika just holds the angle. All that's left for CLG Red. They have no map control. They've made no progress. The big thing here is there's no one for Team Secret in the site, despite a 5-on-3 advantage. So if they execute...
I was wondering if that was the old line of smokes that they used to do to the front of the site. I think it's just default. Now, Vilga can go up on here on her own. It's really nice because she can see so well above that smoke. And then Antika can go fall off towards basically where Coils is, and there you go. Giuliano's already there just spamming through the smoke in a great position as well, and Antika's got a bit of an angle. Vilga just lets it happen, and now CLG Red have the site, but only 15 seconds and only 2 players alive. There's not much to be done here. There you go. That's the big play from Zaz. Deny the plant, let Benita fall, and there it is. Good lockdown in the end from Team Secret. But that boost... That's something.
That's pretty creative. And the question is, does CLG have any idea that the boost is even possible, or do they know that I mean, now that Potter's actually died from it, can they actually spot it out?
I don't know. I really don't. Because, like, even when you play this map a fair bit, that just didn't get explored. I don't think, you know, obviously, I think it was Adren found out that you can kind of spot from the B site over as well, from, I think it was like second origins, or oranges, those things. You can spot from there, but again, I don't think anyone explored that, or it didn't go, you know, big on Reddit yet, so that's pretty sick for them to find that already, putting in a lot of work. But far more of what seemed to be a default, and if you're CLG Red, I wouldn't want to go back towards B. If you're just randomly dying, I wouldn't want to be there. But let's actually look at how Team Secret are playing this as well. They're very active in taking towards that apps.
Well, and you'll notice Team Secret's probably thinking the same thing now that they got that kill, because they put 3 people at B right off the bat. So thinking they might just stay away. No need to stack that banana with multiple players. Just waiting. Patient from both teams. No one really, I mean, CLG Red has all the utility. They've really thrown nothing to get any kind of control. They're very content to just sit behind these smokes for the moment and see if any aggression is going to come out from this defense. 55 seconds left on the clock. Excuse me.
Sorry, I can't say oranges.
Yeah, you can't. You struggle with that one.
Does it look like I like fruit?
It's shades of Katowice coming in.
Oh, there's no need. There's no need. All right, it looks like the Fnatic old style hit towards mid, but incredibly late. Just the flash up and play off the back. But no, actually, no, they've denied it. They're just going to go for the slow take, just peeking in towards it. Fair enough. So the CLG Red used to like doing, of course, Fnatic love to do is doing that like kind of quick play up mid. It was generally on when you're on a bit of an eco, a bit of something around that, and just play up from it. But now Benita's getting a little bit closer towards that balcony area, pushing out. Zaz is on the other side with just such a huge advantage. Mimi already finds Die as well. They've got to get into this. Good shot from Benny there, coming straight up, but there's still 2 players on the side, and she had to adjust perfectly. Can't get it done, but there you go. Good cover from Claudia comes in, and a follow-up as well. Now Giuliano, known for this sort of talent, known for these plays to work out for her. She has to find 2.
I mean, CLG's giving her so much respect as well. They're moving away. They're putting themselves in a bad position to protect this bomb, but there it is. Miss Harvey far back towards Small Pit is able to take out Giuliano. Even, I mean, they knew exactly where she was. She had gotten a kill earlier, so you could see the response. As soon as they realized who it was just backing away. And yeah, some of these smokes, CLG's got to be careful. They've had a couple that have had gaps in them, but it's really Claudia who opens this round up. Into the bomb site, wrapping around, being aggressive, and getting 2 huge kills. Secret, they've got to be on pistols now.
Yeah, and to be fair, Claudia wasn't actually with them when they went to ESWC. So again, this is the first time we're going to be seeing them as a collective 5 in a little bit of time, at least, kind of playing on this sort of stage. So good for them to at least have their roster here, but for Team Secret, this is a bit of a tough one to crack back into. Those Deagles are great. We've seen it time and time again, but it's very hard to find play here. Going to be forced back very comfortably. Miss Harvey going first and foremost, just trying to find a bit of info. She does it. She forces them back, and now they can do whatever they want around the map, making the assumption that no one's pushed through T-Apps, but already you've got players just playing out, holding that. You've got Die down there, and Benny. So again, nice positioning all across the board from CLG Red. Fairly respectful, and you've got to be. Team Secret are dangerous. There is no disputing that.
Very old school style of play coming out for CLG. They push back the B presence out towards Car. They know they deny information. They make them play deep in the site. Now it's up mid. That pop flash doesn't work as well as they would have liked. And Tico is just away. There's Potter. Picks off Mimi on the right side, but Zaz is going to be here. Coming out of what used to be Boiler.
It's still a Boiler.
Still a Boiler there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to go look.
Doesn't change anything. All right, well, Zaz, that's timing. Unfortunate. She did glance up at the top of those stairs. Considering that, and Potter doesn't even have reactions on that shot. No op is recovered, though. That's the important thing. But Giuliano's just doing work. 2 kills. Can she get a third? They brought down so low. So 2 on 3, and there's no HP left. And all that really is for Giuliano to do here is fall in the end.
Giuliano 2 is exceptional, but that's all you're going to get done. In the end, let's actually take account for this. CLG Red are 7-2 up on the T side. Now, I've said down the line, I do think this would be very hard to hold as a CT side. Genuinely, I think when 2 of equal tier teams will play us, I think it's going to be quite difficult. I think the changes have really... Oh, that is a nutty shot. All right, Giuliano.
That's the follow-up that was impressive. Not bad.
Such a good player individually. That's the thing. Like, no one disputes this. We've all seen the 1v1s. We all know what happened. But still, she's absolutely sick. So you can't take it lightly, and we have to see how this one plays out. Again, decent buy, not perfect. Missing out on mollies, missing out on a couple of pieces. No kits as well for Team Secret.
Yeah.
This could be an issue down the line.
Nade looked like it was going to do a lot of damage, but I think it just bounced right on the other side of that wall. A bit unfortunate right at the end. But yeah, this time a little bit different from CLG. They went fast-paced towards A apartment, so they have that control. I mean, that's known by Secret. They could hear the footsteps. And Benita's going to look to challenge outside of balcony, or just maybe hold this. Maybe she's going to turn into a lurker, because CLG hasn't really given up any indication of where they're going to go. At the moment, Secret's just trying to figure out if they want to cheat a rotation. 3-1 set up in a default, waiting out these smokes again. This looks like it's going to be more the style of CLG Red once in these gun rounds. It's slow pace, let the CTs run out of nades, much like the old Inferno played out. Just let the utility get used, execute late game. This smoke from Diane doesn't look like it's going to be used for anything. They maybe just want to bait out some flashbangs, some counter Molotovs, and they've gotten like 2 or 3 out of the Team Secret defenders.
Yeah, and they've gone back to something that's actually very similar to how they used to play, even just where they're playing positionally. So Claudia's kind of playing very similar to where Cath played. Benny's still playing over by apps. You've got a really nice lurking roll here from Benny. If she can keep their attention anywhere near that side, that is perfect. Just a little bit of noise, a little bit of something, and they make a quick hit. But no, Giuliano is still just actively holding the angle. This is the confidence she has, and it generally works out. She knows the smoke's coming in. She's going to try and hold her own as long as she can. But now there's action across the board on either side. But Mimi denies the play coming out from Benny. Now Vilga holding the angle. A bit of a wide peek, probably not the best of ideas there. Potter's got the ult on it. Claudia expecting the boost, doesn't find a soul. But there you go. Dive finds Giuliano, and that is the site available with 8 seconds left. This retake's still possible for Team Secret.
Oh yeah, it is. And even that plant was done in just a second. The smoke was fading, and that is not a safe fountain to plant behind. There's the peak. I think Diane spotted both, but So much good positioning from CLG. This is basically a triangle setup. Now, they're all alone, but they have so many different spots that need to be cleared out. Mimi's low. Like you said, no kit as well. This has got to hurry, and there's Potter with a nice kill. Mimi does fall in the end. So CLG Red looking like they're going to have a phenomenal T-side.
I'm kind of impressed. I'm going to say it. Like,
kind of impressed?
Kind of impressed. Potter's actually not bottom fragging. I'm kind of impressed.
Oh.
Look. It's true. But the point is, they've got great money built up. They're in a good position. And obviously for Team Secret, they have been in such a bad spot from the start. It was a bit awkward. You know, the pistol came through, all right. And then that P90 play actually worked out. It actually hindered them so badly. And even when they finally got those rounds back, of course the money was gone. So
well, the best part about that P90 play was since they did it so many rounds in a row, they didn't have to invest money. That even when they lost 2, they still had plenty in the bank to buy up and just transfer it back into their favor. So not spending money on upgrading to AKs too early was a big benefit to their economy, and that's why you can see them now with an 8-2 lead.
But don't write Team Secret out. As much as you guys at home may sit there and you may not watch this, you know, you see these teams play, maybe don't tune into ESWC or, you know, any other tournaments. You're here because Inferno is cool, and I don't blame you. The point is, Team Secret are probably on paper better than CLG Red. At least in, you know, the recent couple of months, they have got way better results, deeper runs at tournaments. They should be the one picking this up. So far, though, CLG Red are playing well, so do not put it past Team Secret to actually want, you know, turn this one around. That T-side might favor them better, but there's Potter finding the angle and not going to go down just yet. A bit of a shoulder peep, but not into Giuliano. She is such a monster on this angle. Now she's got an AWP as well. You don't want to give her help here.
Yeah, that's actually a really bad peek for Potter. Overextension just a little bit. The AWP is now in the hands. Claudia spots out Mimi, so the nades go wide. There is still Zaz up in apartments, and that's dangerous because no one's here to clear this out. She even peeks for it. She can delay the plant. There's Giuliano with the AWP. If this comes back to bite him, that's going to be so terrible. No one's protecting the planter. She falls as well, and this round has collapsed for CLG. Miss Harvey's going to come to pick up the bomb, and there's Giuliano. The AWP does fall, but Diane's not ready for the second player. Spins, but can't get it. It's now Miss Harvey in a one-on-one. The AWP is in Antika's hands, and she's actually the AWPer of the team, so she closes it out. That's 3 now for Secret, but it's on a round they only have pistols.
Giuliano, what a monster of a play again. Put her on CT Arch, give her a P250. She did, like, you got to feel for Potter on that peak, but again, you don't want to feed into that. And then Zaz in this sort of spot, perfect combination between the two. And what a great position for NT to actually be able to pick that up as well.
Yeah, but that's an overextension from Potter, and that's just a tactical mistake on CLG Red side, not having one player in those apartments to prevent Zaz from staying alive in there so long. And there's the Potter peeks at Antika falls, not even able to react. That was quick.
Team Secret, this is... I don't know how much they're actually ready for this one, it seems. We've seen a quirky boost, but I've seen nothing else.
Yeah, you've got to hope they have a little bit more than that boost.
You've got to, because honestly, you know, why would you put in 1 million hours into this just yet? Of course, it's a great cause, you know, money to charity and all that good stuff, but it's not in complete rotation yet. So again, like, I just hope they have a little bit more, though, to bring to this, because so far, you know, it's really been very default, very basic, aside from that one boost, which of course is great, but you know, it takes more than that to win a game. But this looks like a B hit is coming in, and a bit of a misread again from Team Secret. Well, or just keeping bodies where they are. 3 towards A, Giuliano playing the rotate spot, and Vilga's still playing the angle, so she's not actually seen anyone yet.
Well, the good news is that CLG's always put bodies in bananas, so I mean, this is no real giveaway that they throw the Molotovs. The big thing is there's a gap in that smoke, so Vilga actually has a chance here, but she's going to give it up. Drops a Molotov of her own, and is CLG going to choose to run through that? At least Miss Harvey does, so she shows some initiative. There's no one else here, and they're going to cut towards CT spawn. That's a deep smoke, so Giuliano has no idea what's going on.
This is the line of smoke.
Yeah, this is nice. Plant in the smoke. Vilga has no idea what's coming. She's aware of the ramp, but she gets traded off.
That is sick. That's the line of smoke I wanted to see at the start. Both of these teams used to do this as well. Smoke off the front of the site, insta-plant. It doesn't matter if there's someone back at New Box or wherever it was, or in the dark corner. Now Secret, though, in a good position to play retake. Let's be honest, they've still got good utility. They've got kits to defuse, but they just don't have the manpower to get it done right now. So Zaz just peeking in, looking for any options. And time is ticking, bear in mind. Okay, Molly goes out towards Dark. Miss Harvey spots it, but Potter finds Giuliano, and now it's just down to Mimi, and Mimi needs to go big here. 3 players staring her down, and she's having no play. Time is running out, and Claudia puts her out of her misery more than anything at this point, and CLG Red showing depth in play. And already, this is looking like they're back on the map that they love.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very clean for CLG. Potter leading the way is huge. Claudia having a good game as well. I mean, the big thing as well, they're just winning the economy battle. You look at Secret hasn't been able to build up any money, so now it's a hard reset again. It's not going to be too... I think they're at the point when CLG wins this round, when they get towards 10, I think Secret's just going to have to buy no matter whatever amount of money they have, because you need as many rounds as you can get.
I'm going to say it. Giuliano's doing well, but where's the likes of Mimi? Where's Zaz? You know, they're the sort of players you see being real heavy hitters. Even though their money has been an issue, they always seem to turn up.
It may just be an uncomfortability. Yes, that's the word, I think. I think I said that correctly, but it's they might just be uncomfortable on Inferno.
Genuinely, it's been a while since anyone's been playing this, barring maybe matchmaking. It's not exactly the best practice in the world. So for them, this may not be their comfort zone. Again, new angles, new defined lines on this map. It's still not the exact same map. It is a little different. It's been switched up, and Benny's got to be careful. Zaz is waiting, and there you go. Mimi's going to take the peek, spots them out, sees what they're up to, and now it's going to speed up the pace. But Benny's found one and probably expects another. It's like, wait, Mimi.
Oh,
Molly.
Mimi.
Oh, that's a kindness, Benny. Thank you. That's very sweet of you just to leave it and walk away shamefully. Like, I'm not going to look at it.
Mercy. Well, they know she's still in there, so or does she? Yes. No, she doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Benny, no.
Clothesline. That's not bad. So Antika, she's got to watch Wrap, and she's able to do it. Claudia's not looking, misses the shot, though, and actually she's going to keep pushing forward. But Potter, she turns around, and Harvey's there as well. So it's just Mimi. She has the AK. They know exactly where she is, and now it's just a matter of making sure she cannot keep that gun into the next round.
So bombs down. It's time to go hunting. Mimi, I don't know how long you think you can stay here. She's going to try and find a little bit of play somewhere. Find somewhere to be relatively safe. And I don't know if they do have a full idea where she is. Potter's, no, they genuinely don't. So Potter's looking down towards T.
Yeah, she's going to get this. She's going to keep this. Unless she actually chases
Miss Harvey might just randomly walk into her or something. I don't know. This could be just pretty much timing at this point. Okay, she's walked away. And Mimi has turned into a ghost, apparently. Just great timing. She's heard Miss Harvey there, so yeah, she might be able to keep hold of this.
Yeah, it looks like she wants to go and try and find like 1 or 2 more kills, but actually, I mean, they could really use this gun because that is a very hard reset. There's going to be someone who's, I think there's someone only at like 1,400 at the moment. Yes, that was Giuliano, so she could use a drop. A lot of people could use drops. Mimi could use a drop as well, but she has the AK.
That was close. The sound of those steps going up the stairs was like, oh no, oh no. All right, so let's see what they actually go for money-wise here. They have so little to play with.
Yeah, it's not much, and it looks like they're still going to just do another round.
Nade stack B, probably?
Nade stack somewhere. Hope the AK from Mimi does something. They've got the Deagle and Antika, so I mean they did run around with pistols earlier, so I mean they have a chance here.
Oh, don't just run into this. CLG, come on, no one's up. Look at those nades. Miss Harvey 5 HP, Benny 4, but Potter's still fighting back. But there's so much danger just around that corner. Giuliano, the beast, the myth with that P250 is still waiting, and Potter has no idea what's up, but bails her out, dives in with the P90. It's disgusting, but it works.
Benita and Harvey are at 4 and 5 HP from those nades. How is this round still in their favor?
I don't know. I don't know how, just the sheer, I don't know. It was unfortunate that no one got kills with that, you know, P250 or anything there beyond that. That was an incredibly close connection on that sort of thing. So right now, Zaz and Mimi, you could do incredible damage, but of course you're not aware of how much damage those nades did, quite like us, and well, what else are you going to do this round?
Yeah, it's all about saving the AK now. I mean, once you get those 3 kills into that B-bomb site so quickly with no one dying, there's just really no opportunity for the retake. So they're going to have to just play for that 4th round. It's going to be 11-3 after this, and Secret, they need all the help they can get because the tricks that Giuliano said they're going to have up their sleeve haven't really, they almost haven't had like a chance to really do them. They haven't had money to try some new things out. They haven't, you know, had that expendable cat. That's a nice tap. Oh, that could have been good as well.
1 bullet. All right.
There it is.
There it is, finally. But look at the scoreline. It's 11-3. Team Secret needs at least this round. I'm sorry, you gotta. They have to get this under the belt. Otherwise, a pistol round could go the wrong way. P90s could randomly come out. Who knows? They just need that buffer. And finally, they at least have money to try and stop this. So if there's going to be a round, it has to happen now.
Listen, Potter's a monster at the moment. It might not even matter. So she's going to come out, flashbang up middle. There's a counter flash. And actually, look how aggressive she is. This is just a lot of confidence. This is her saying, you know, I've had a phenomenal half. Why not just keep it up, keep up the aggression, go for a challenge? Unfortunately, she's going to be challenging an AWP. So it's all about how she peaks this angle. It's going to be a flashbang.
I'm hoping someone peeks with her. Claudia plays it in. She didn't seem even ready to trade that, kind of like the Kenny Apex peek where Apex would just swing out wide on it or jump over the angle, allow Kenny to then take it. But Potter kind of let Claudia die for nothing in that situation. Confidence or not, she needs to make up for that somehow. It's going to be Team Secret, of course, falling back to site now.
Yeah, Benita in the halls. The last time we've seen this kind of a setup out of CLG Red, obviously they would have liked Claudia alive, but they did end up hitting towards the A-bomb site. The question is, are they going to send Potter to just duel against Antika on Rap side? There's a smoke, and that's actually going to block her off. So they just want to neutralize. Oh, that is a gap in that. That is not a well-thrown smoke. This is going to be easy because they don't even suspect that there's a gap. There's the spam from Diane, though, and Tika sticks around a little bit too long and cutting into CT spawn. Vilga's ready for it, but she can't win the initial fight. She swings out again, another trade. So a 2-on-3, and it's all down to Mimi.
She can still do this one. I don't know how aware short they'll be of new box. They can even clear out. Okay, they've got 2 mollies. That's actually really important. They could utilize this super early on. Smoke goes in. Mimi needs to play this so well. The timing is great. Mimi, brilliant play coming in the end. 4 rounds is all they're going to get, though. That is a very thin margin.
Yeah, that was a very difficult half for them. It seemed like a lot was based around that boost that they want to do at the B bomb site. And when it failed twice, they just went away from it from the whole half.
Yeah, it seemed to be not exactly the best made plan in the end. It worked out, you know, it got a kill, but it was so much invested just into that. But 11-4, I don't know if it's that much of a T-sided map.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen this at all, have we? So, I mean, we don't know where it's going to go. Obviously, Secret can do the same exact thing that CLG Red did.
And I honestly wouldn't put it past them. So, guys, I think we're going to go to a very short break, and we're back. We'll be jumping into the second half, so do stay tuned. All right, welcome back to the Any-Key Invitational. Now, if you just tuned in and you're wondering what the scoreline is, it's 11-4 to CLG Red. Now, that's something we haven't seen in a while, if I'm honest. But it's Inferno. They're back on, you know, it seems like a map they genuinely enjoy, and have shown that the T-side is very viable.
Yeah, I mean, and now you wonder if you go back, still, if we reference again that interview that Giuliano gave, hopefully they have some tricks on the T side as well. Hopefully something, because they need to start winning, and they need to start winning very, very quickly. This pistol round is going to be huge for them. If they don't get it, I mean, the mountain just almost becomes insurmountable at that point.
I want to see what they're up to here. What is the plan here from Team Secret? They've got to have something in mind. If it's just a straight-up play out towards A, this is not going well. Benitra and Miss Harvey already finding 2, but Mimi finally bites back. But Potter, holding towards CT Arch, doesn't see anything, gets flashed up. Now, already Miss Harvey, look and see what's happened. Where are Team Secret? What are they doing? Mimi stuck in pit with a bomb. This is not ideal yet.
No, and this is actually perfect for CLG. No reason to overextend. There's Miss Harvey with yet another kill. Is she going to go for more? Antika's challenging. Here's the reinforcements as well. Not expecting this many, but they're winning the battle. They're winning all of it, and so low is Diane. It's all down to Potter. CLG gets caught overextending. It looked like they were the ones with the advantage, but it's a trap.
I don't know what to say about that. As you highlighted, it's got to be Potter in this situation, or unless Di gets played in off the back of it. She's got 4 HP. She can't take the fight. So look at what Team Secret are up to, though. This might be them outthinking themselves here at this point, though. It's going to allow Dai to back away, but it also might make CLG Red not expect what's coming. Yeah, Potter's already taken himself off towards B. Dai has no idea. This is going to be huge. Nice play from Team Secret as long as it works out in the end, and it should do. They're both going.
Oh, they're going to lose the gamble.
On.
They're losing the gamble.
Come on.
Team Secret is just making them sweat
That's
at the moment, and now they come out. This is a really nice call from Team Secret. Obviously, CLG's bought it hook, line, and sinker, so they're going to have to try and retake this bomb site. But with Diane only at 4 HP, it's going to be so tough.
That was so perfect as well. That was so well played by Team Secret. They waited perfectly. But it is retake time. They do have a kill on Potter, but she has no armor as well. One smoke. Dai has armor before HP. On the other side of things, they're in a good spot, but that Shadow's going to show, and Potter has a chance at that. And Tika might have opened this one up for a possibility. Now, Mimi, what can you do?
No.
How have they made this happen? That was all theirs. Team Secret had it all. And CLG Red just straight up stole it from them.
Yeah, Diane is, I mean, you can see the smile on her face.
Look at that smug face. That was sick. How do you let that happen, though, if you're Team Secret?
Yeah, that is, I mean, obviously Potter hits like a really nice shot. That's also a situation, too, where it's just a little bit difficult. The angle that Secret is fighting at, it's not possible for the pit player to really help out at that point. So she swings a little bit wide, thinking she has the advantage in the fight, and Potter, just with a nice shot, wins it. And from there, Diane gets a little bit fortunate with some missed shots of her own, but she lands that headshot. So very well done.
Look how many smokes and flashes.
Look at the P90s, Lauren.
Yeah, I love them so much. They are such a lovely addition to the game. But this is like an old hit towards A, pretty much. The deep smokes, they're almost NIP-style smokes. That's gorgeously done. Oh, my word.
That's a nice nade.
It's a really nice nade. I love the theory crafting from Team Secret, but again, it's like practically you're still coming up against P90s with far too many bullets than they need, and it's just disgraceful. It's a shutdown. CLG Red leave Mimi alive on 1 HP. They might just need to watch every other member of her team fall by this point. And there you go, Potter, just to add insult to injury, going to close it down with the 3K for herself.
I mean, that nade was so epic. That did like 150 damage, and then it's just an easy cleanup from there. Yeah, that's brutal.
And the thing is, like, I love their smokes. Like, you know that NIP hit that they're starting to fashion when they smoked off the balcony? They had this really nice approach towards taking A. You straight up saw you can still do that now. That's really cool. Again, it looks like Team Secret to me have been on that server and gone, all right, let's just kind of bring up your theory crafts on these plays. But the P90 is clearly just the best weapon.
Well, I mean, by the look of the scoreline, they might have to go back into that server and test some of the, I mean, figure out some new little, tinker with some of these tactics. So they haven't all worked out. They have the AK-47s. There's a good trade. Just P90s, good damage dealt on Antigua and Vilga and Giuliano as well. So there's some chip damage across the whole team. That looks like it's towards the B bomb site. And for now, CLG is going to hold strong.
They're holding on for now. And I hate the fact they're winning with P90s, Moses.
It's epic.
How do you feel this is the NA team that made it to the stage? These are your
the only one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit bummer. Potter pushes through the smoke. That was actually not a bad idea, all things considered. Almost gets the kill. It feels really good. Yeah, obviously.
It's that really satisfying feeling again. It's like,
yes.
This is my life.
Someone's going to hoist a trophy today, Lauren.
That is true. What a very definitive statement you have given. 13-4, though. Claudia now sitting at first box to have a peek over. Nice pick up with the double there, and you still got to check that. You can actually put yourself there. You don't even need the boost anymore. And you can now tucked away in the little corner, the little additional corner, should I say. Gives you a respite from the absolute beating you generally get going towards B, and there comes the P90. Good work from Mimi. Take those P90s away, and please, just make this stop happening.
I mean, so low, and now Miss Harvey's here. This is the range as well with the M4, so she can actually challenge. There's one, and there's the second one. Nice work from CLG. The long-range crossfire set up, and it's starting to fade. That tunnel, there's no light at the end of it for Team Secret. And yeah, the P90s are just overpowering. I mean, even with the AK-47s, you can see, I mean, CLG, after the initial contact we had towards A-Halls, everyone else is just saying, okay, you have to commit into this choke point before we're going to put the P90s to work.
Well, 14-4, and Team Secret, money not particularly there, no particular rounds, going to run at B, and the nuke comes in, but it hits particularly no one. So now CLG have 3 bodies in the right place at the right time, and there it is, shutdown begins, and just Zaz left to watch.
Yeah, what can you say about this one?
Yeah.
It's looking like CLG Reds rolled back the years a bit, as Henry G would say. Rolling back the years.
I don't know anymore. You know what? I just don't know anymore.
I mean, this has been really sick from CLG. The big thing is, the big thing that we've seen out of Team Secret is individually a lot of the stars on that team, like Zaz, Giuliano, Mimi, have been able to outskill in the past in the matches they've had against CLG. But in this performance, at least, it's looking like the teamwork from CLG is at least neutralizing that skill.
And it's a rarity because you know the Team Secret are so good as individuals. Like, there's no disputing it. But right now, CLG Red goes aggressive and just gets reminded with just a backhand to the face. That is just brutal work so far. And now Potter left to try and make, pick up the pieces, try and make a play back, but just gets met by sheer aggression. And now Benny, what are you going to do? Nice little flash over the top. Gives you a nice little bit of a peek in. There we go, finds one, but no more. You can't underestimate Team Secret. Don't do it, CLG Red. Don't open up that window of opportunity.
Yeah.
You have this game in the bag now. Don't you dare let them take a step back in.
Well, I mean, just as we mentioned, I talked about the teamwork that we've seen out of CLG Red. Very, very disjointed push down banana where they're going one at a time, and that's where Secret's just gonna thrive.
Yep.
So the good thing is there was plenty of money built up on the CLG side. Potter, who's had a phenomenal game, is with the AWP again. Miss Harvey back on her comfort pick of the P90. That's always nice to see. And then I mean, plenty of utility as well.
The comfort pickup. All right, Mimi, Zaz working through apps. Benny takes...
That's sick. I mean, that's a little bit of maybe delayed miscommunication between Harvey and Benita to not peek together, because it seemed like Miss Harvey was a little bit late, but still gets the job done. 1 kill. Zaz is down to low HP. She's pretty much out of the round. It's going to have to be someone like Antika, Giuliano, or maybe even Vilga, who's at 66 to open things up. But Zaz is a big piece of this Team Secret puzzle.
And I just wait. I am a huge fan of Zaz myself, and to see her playing this quietly is very uncharacteristic. She is normally a headliner here with Giuliano. She is such a heavy hitter normally, but this, a little average for my taste, but we'll see. At the moment, Potter going to be backing away from that angle. Maybe she can hold it again a little deeper if she fancies it. I hope they're not overly reading into a couple of smokes.
I don't know why.
Why, Potter? Rotating. What are you doing?
Oh, maybe these fake smokes have called her over. Maybe it's just an over-rotate, but I mean, Miss Harvey's going to be, she's a lot to do, and Potter's still very far away. So the timing of that was perfect because Potter had that angle. And Zaz with the low HP, I don't even think she's going to try and challenge. I think she's just going to stay up there. So it's all Miss Harvey, and she's not ready for that peak. Potter's here, but it's too late. The bomb site is lost, and no one's really going to be exposed to this kind of a peak, and she's going to have a really tough time.
Yeah, I don't know how much retake capability is left in this round. And I think they might have just gone, yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And Team Secret played that really well. To be fair to Potter, no one really came CT Arch anyway, but Team Secret worked their way up through quad, and simply enough, killing Miss Harvey was pretty much it. That was the opener to this whole round.
Yeah, you just like to see a little bit more confidence in the two defenders at that B bomb site. Like, don't just rotate for smokes. There were no actual bodies there. No one actually pressuring that site. So no need to rotate. So have a little confidence in your teammates defending that site, and just stick at your post until there's a little bit more actual information passed on about numbers of how many people are executing. So there is a slight window. It's not cracked open too wide just yet, as CLG is going to have another buy because they saved 3 weapons. They can afford to drop over. If they happen to lose this 3rd round in a row, that's when they'll be broke. Yeah, then it could get a little crazy.
We'll see. The fun part begins as well when Team Secret now have the utility to really bolster their numbers so they can take that early control towards Banana. You can just carpet bomb towards, well, it's not the car anymore, I don't even know what you'd call it. But the point is that you can now get that control if you want it. So early flash goes up. Respecting the fact that CTs are going to drop down those nades, they're not actually going to play towards this. This is a very, again, what looks like quite a passive default almost coming out from Team Secret. Not really actively hunting too much just yet, but a couple of players already starting to work their way up Banana now, looking to try and build up something here.
Claudia, so she's close up. This has got to be waiting for a pop flash, and she turns around. The timing is going to be huge that she gets it. That's so fortunate. They stopped right at the corner. And that's actually a very, very hard thrown smoke by Diane. So that actually allows Vilga plenty of opportunity. That smoke actually does nothing of what it's intended to do, which is block off that choke point.
Yeah. Now, Miss Harvey's had to be pulled over. She's now going to be playing from kind of deep in towards CT, just watching the cross. She can rotate back again, but it does feel as though if Secret pressure a touch towards B, there is an over-rotate. This is something that's going to become a bit of a problem if Team Secret realize this. If they go, every time we put down one smoke, we're facing maybe one person at A. This could be a read coming out from them. And again, Zaz is in the same sort of spot. This time there's Benny in towards Pit and Potter playing close towards Library, kind of on that side of things. So again, they have caused another player to kind of head straight over, committed towards B, not even on a close rotate spot. Zaz gonna get smoked off. This is a nice bit of delay play.
Yeah, but that smoke actually helps Zaz because it's not deep into halls. She can actually flash through this and jump out without then even knowing how close she is. There's Potter with the op. That's a big kill. That'll slow things down. Zaz, oh, she misses the jump. Yeah, so Benita's safe for the moment. Potter's still doing work here. 2 players so low, and there it is. This is going to be the end of it. CLG, oh no, maybe not. Zaz still alive, gets 2 in a row, and Miss Harvey, she's down as well. There it is. There's the death matching. And she's exposed to that angle. 10 seconds. Yeah, she's going to get the bomb planted.
Dai, it's all on you, on Zaz right now. 1v1, Dai, she's going to make the peak, and Zaz, it was brilliant for 3 kills, but 4 was a step too far. And CLG Red roll back what feels like years to pick up the victory over Team Secret.
Yeah, that was a really, really cool reintroduction of this Inferno, and obviously CLG not losing a step onto the map. They were always very, very comfortable on in the past, and I mean, still with some very, very good ideas and good knowledge of how to play it. But a big win, probably, I mean, that's got to feel good because this is the first time they've been able to beat Secret in some time.
And it feels, as said, a long time in the making, a little bit of a lacking performance, at least in my eyes, from Team Secret. I'd say on any other day of the week, you'd expect them to go toe-to-toe, if not take the victory over them. But where were those big heavy hitters? Where was your Zaz? Where was your Mimi? Mimi on Inferno used to be nuts at this map. Where were they? We saw Zaz at the end, but...
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it just comes down to maybe the Bears. The Bears obviously make an appearance because he's the best.
MVP. Look at that guy.
Look at the Gunners. Yeah, but no, I mean, I think a lot of it just had to do Secret. I mean, they mentioned they had some things that they've been trying out. Obviously, that boost was one of them. Very cool idea. For the only kill we saw with it was very cool, but like that's too many bodies to devote to only have 1 kill throughout the entire half with that. So I think it was basically just, I mean, CLG came swinging. Like Potter had probably the best game we've seen from her in a while.
Yeah, I've got to say it. You know, Potter has moments where she seems to shine, but that was a very consistent game of actually a very diligent game style. It wasn't just occasional all-ping working out. No, that was actually legit good. So for me, it's a surprise. If I'm honest, I was very certain that Team Secret were going to come here and do incredibly well for themselves, but CLG Red, credit where it's due, they pick it up, and it will be their choice to pick whichever charity I think they want to give that money over to. So again, guys, let's head down to the stage and hear what they have to say about that match.
There we go. You have to turn it on, apparently. Miss Harvey, that was a fabulous team effort.
Yes, I think everybody played really well. We stuck to the plan, which was winning.
As plans go, I always tend to think that that is pretty good. At the end there was some plays going on, wasn't there?
Yeah, I mean, we did have some sort of strategies, as much as you can have in a week on a new map. But the girls just have incredible aim and stuff, so it went pretty well.
And just talking about this new map, Inferno, the reskinned Inferno, the general impression is everyone loves it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to get adjusted to the new angles so far, and there's new setups. Like, there was one round, they boosted somewhere and killed Christine, and we're like, we don't know where they are, we don't know what we're doing, let's not take banana anymore, you know? So it's still kind of new, and we're still discovering stuff.
Well, this was all about the Any Key Invitational. There was going to be $10,000, which the winner of this match could give to the charity of their choice. We have the giant cardboard check from the giant cardboard checkbook out back, if we get it the right way around. So it's a fabulous amount of money going where?
So we're giving it to Online SOS, which is an organism, in English, organism.
Organization.
Yeah, that's it.
That could have gone so differently.
Awkward. It's against cyberbullying, so we think it's important, especially because we are pretty much women online, which is difficult sometimes, but yeah, we believe it's a good thing.
Well, $10,000 will be going to Online SOS, a fabulous charity, a fabulous win as well. Your winners of this, the Any Key Invitational, that is CLG Red. You get to take that cardboard check home with you as well, you know that. Try and see if you can get that into the bank. So there we go, stick a fork in us. We are done. Day 1 of the Intel Extreme Masters here in Oakland at the Coliseum is wrapped. Tomorrow, semi-finals, final. We will be giving away the lion's share of $300,000. What's that, sorry?
We want to take a picture with it.
Oh yeah, you can do. Have as many pictures as you want. Do that. The stage is yours, my ladies. So that will be given away tomorrow. That is the trophy. Thank you so much for coming down. We'll see you tomorrow, Brian Breezy. Ladies and gentlemen, CLG Red!
B site.